It was a quiet evening when a thief broke into a couple's home, expecting an easy robbery. He suddenly appeared in their living room and threatened them, demanding their valuables. The girlfriend was terrified, but the man stayed calm. As the thief got closer, the man fought back. A struggle followed, and after a brief but intense confrontation, he managed to overpower the intruder and knock the weapon away. Realizing he was losing, the thief panicked and ran out of the house. In the end, what was meant to be a robbery turned into a failed attempt. A normal Tuesday at a grocery store quickly turned tense when a robber suddenly entered and pointed a gun at a customer. The customer, shocked and afraid, raised his hands as the robber demanded money. While the robber focused on the customer, he failed to notice the cashier watching closely. Staying calm, the cashier quietly reached beneath the counter and took decisive action. This unexpected response startled the robber and broke his control of the situation. The police were called and the robber arrested. The customer was left shaken, but unharmed, thanks to the cashier's quick thinking and courage, which prevented the situation from escalating further. A peaceful walk quickly turned into chaos when a thief suddenly rushed past a couple and snatched the woman's purse. Caught off guard, she shouted in shock as the thief tried to sprint away. Her boyfriend didn't hesitate. Realizing what had happened, he immediately chased after the thief, determined to stop him. A brief struggle followed, and he managed to overpower the thief, beating him up and forcing him to drop the stolen purse. With no way to continue, the thief was left unable to carry out his plan. The boyfriend picked up the purse and returned to his girlfriend, who was still shaken but unharmed, and the two walked away together, grateful that the situation had been resolved quickly and safely. On a quiet Monday morning, two thieves walk into a small store with their guns already drawn. The store is quiet, and the owner is standing behind the counter. Before the thieves can say anything or make demands, the store owner quickly realizes what is happening. Acting fast, the owner pulls out his own gun from behind the counter and fires at one of the thieves. The armed thief is immediately stopped and falls to the ground. Shocked by what just happened, the second thief panics and turns around, running out of the store as fast as he can. The store owner stays alert and does not chase after him. He secures the store and makes sure the threat is over. Moments later, the scene is calm again. The owner has protected his business and his life through quick thinking and courage. Thieves attempted to break into this woman's car, thinking no one was watching. Fortunately, the attempt was noticed before serious damage was done. The suspects fled, leaving the car unharmed. This incident is a reminder to stay vigilant and protect your belongings. One wrong move, and everything could have been lost. Stay alert. Stay aware. It only takes seconds.
Yeah, motherfucker, get the fuck out my car! Get the fuck out of here!
These two amateurs tried throwing bricks at a jewelry store window and robbing the place, but karma had other plans. Instead of smashing the glass, they ended up taking out each other, which ended up being so embarrassing. Talk about losers in action. Robbers entered a jewelry store during business hours, and at first, no one suspected anything unusual. One of them was in a wheelchair. They moved slowly around the store, asking questions and drawing little attention. Within moments, the situation changed. The robbers revealed their intentions and demanded the jewelry while pointing their guns, catching everyone off guard. The presence of the wheelchair made the moment even more shocking, and the staff hesitated, unsure of how to react. The jewelry was handed over, and the two robbers made their way out of the store without resistance. By the time help was called, they were already gone. The robbery was quick, unexpected, and, against all odds, successful. Later, authorities began investigating, reviewing security footage and tracking leads. What seemed like a clever escape was only temporary. The incident served as a reminder that crime can take unexpected forms. Night. A quiet grocery store is open with only a few customers inside. Suddenly, two thieves rush through the door. One of them grabs a customer and uses him as a hostage, holding him close. The frightened customer raises his hands as instructed. The thieves move toward the cashier, keeping their gun pointed at the customer to control everyone in the store. The other customers remain frozen, afraid to move. Tension fills the room as the thieves demand money. Without warning, the cashier reacts. From behind the counter, he pulls out a gun and fires toward the thieves. Startled and panicked, the thieves immediately release the customer and run out of the store, disappearing into the night. The store falls silent. The cashier remains alert. He runs after the thieves to make sure they had gotten away. Police are called, and the danger is over. A man was driving his car down the road on what seemed like a normal day. Traffic was light, and everything appeared routine. As he continued driving, he noticed that the car in front of him suddenly slowed down and then came to a complete stop in the middle of the road. At first, he assumed it might be a mechanical problem or an unexpected obstruction. Without warning, the men quickly stepped out of the car ahead. Instead of checking their vehicle, they began running directly toward him while holding guns. It immediately became clear that this was not a simple traffic issue but a planned attempt to rob him. Realizing the danger, the man reacted quickly. He pulled out his own legally owned firearm to defend himself. As the two armed men approached, he fired shots in their direction to stop the threat. The sudden resistance caught the attackers off guard. They immediately turned around and ran away. The entire incident happened very quickly, but the driver's swift reaction prevented what could have been a dangerous robbery. Shaken but unharmed, he remained in his car. It was early evening when a man and a woman were walking home from a nearby store. They carried small shopping bags and were chatting as they made their way down the street. Suddenly, a motorbike with two men pulled up directly in front of them. The riders blocked their path and demanded their belongings. The situation escalated quickly, and the couple realized they were being robbed. For a brief moment, everything froze. Then the man reacted. Seeing an opportunity, he lunged toward one of the thieves and tackled him off the motorbike. The two fell to the ground, struggling as the thief tried to break free. The sudden resistance caught the robbers completely off guard. At the same time, nearby bystanders noticed the commotion. People from the street rushed toward the scene. As the second thief attempted to assist his partner, members of the crowd stepped in and restrained him. Within moments, both suspects were overwhelmed and pinned down by the group. The stolen items were recovered, and the couple moved to safety while others held the thieves firmly on the ground. Police were called and soon arrived to take control of the situation. The two thieves were placed under arrest as the crowd slowly dispersed. What began as a frightening encounter ended with unity and quick action from ordinary people who refused to stand by.